Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. ADA is seeing some selling pressure at the moment. We want to talk a little bit about that, but before we really dive into the microstructures here, which to be honest are quite fragile, let's take a look at the bigger picture first, get everybody on the same page. And you know, some people ask me, what's the target for this cycle, right? And well, I can only tell you that it depends on where this third wave tops. So there are two scenarios, yeah, and they are both bullish at the moment, especially as long as we're holding the 60-cent level. I mean, there always has to be, like with any analysis, there always has to be a level where we say, okay, we've been wrong, or well, the chart just doesn't hold support, right? And that means the interpretation has to change. And that level at the moment is at 60 cents. It's the 50% retracement level here on the smaller time frame chart. And this is very important, and I just tidy that up just a little bit here. It's very important because below that level, the idea of either an impulse to the upside or even a diagonal pattern to the upside, it's just gonna get messy, right? So ideally we're holding above 60 cents. I posted it, I think yesterday, and highlighted that, below 60 cents, I would just start to worry a little bit. And that would be the level where I say, okay, something is not right here. But as long as that level is holding, the focus would be on higher prices. And then I think there's a first target range, and then there's an extended target. So we talked about the yellow wave count, where we just have an A, B, C structure. Typical C wave targets, I mean, we can adjust it here because the 78.6 extension, we don't need that anymore. But this Fibonacci ladder is incredibly useful, especially here around the $1.04 level. The price is seeing some resistance, and that's just a very, very common resistance level. Yeah, especially we just have to be ready. There is not the one target where we can say the price has to get there, because this is now a crystal clear ABC structure, and it could top at any point. So all I can say that if the 60-cent level is holding, we should get, as far as I can see right now, we should get to that 161.8 extension level at 236, because I think this third wave could still develop a little higher, possibly targeting 142, maybe even 172. I think that's a stretch in this internal third wave. Then a fourth wave, then a fifth wave, which should reach one or two levels higher, so possibly 236. Now there is no maximum really, right? But it would only be a 3-wave move up when we get there. And then this would be this target range, first wave 3 target, wave 3 target, wave 3 target. But it's either the yellow count, where there's just an ABC structure, or in the white count, this would be a third wave. And if things go well, and it will depend on Bitcoin as well, we could get another 4-5 pattern, which could then reach, again, it depends on where that third wave tops. If the third wave tops at the 161.8 extension at 236, then the 200% extension is often the last one at 392. I mean, but focusing on these targets is just naive. It really is. It is only valid as long as support levels are holding, which are adjusted every single day. This is just a chart that is highly volatile. It is highly fragile, right? And it's an altcoin, and these charts have to be monitored every single day. And it's different to the previous cycle. It really is. We talked about that in our member live stream today. It's just not the same altcoin sentiment that we had in 2021 or in 2017. And the altcoin market is just different. It's different than it was, and there are very many reasons for that. And we discussed it in detail in our live stream today. This would go beyond the scope of this video, but we just have to watch these charts like a hawk, and we have to be ready for adjustments, especially on the micro level. Now, this gives you a good idea of where things could be going, the current support area, and my main perspective at the moment is that wave 3 ideally would get a few more upside adjustments. But on the micro level, there is no signal yet that we've started the next move up. So we seem to be in some kind of a correction. The main question at the moment here on the 1-hour chart is if this pullback that started on Saturday the 23rd, if it's morphing into circle wave 4 already. Certainly circle 3 is long enough, right? And the 100% extension is always a key resistance level. Let me hide that 78.6 extension that we don't need anymore. So the main question is, does this correction morph into this larger wave 4? As I said to you, I'm not entirely sure about this micro count here. There are different interpretations, let's say, are possible here in this move to the upside. I mean, could it be another 1-2 setup? Possible, yeah. That's all possible. So that's why we've got the red line here. So if the price breaks below 94 cents, which it might do based on what we see here right now, then we could still find support at 76 cents, but there are 4 levels pretty much. 85 cents, 70, what's that? Yeah, okay, 77, and then 70.2 and 60.2, but below 60 cents, this is key support for the bullish scenario. Yeah? So I think at the moment, not too convinced about this structure to the upside. You know, it shows a bit of a pullback there. That's nothing major, right? People talk about a crash already. I mean, that's like, do you see how far it rallied? Of course, it needs to cool down a bit. Markets are moving. Let's say markets are, should I say, they are breathing in and out. Markets are breathing in and out. I mean, you know, could something else be going on? Because I'm not convinced that this is a 4th wave. I mean, because it's just too strong. I mean, the idea would be, you know, this could be the AB that we talked about. And the question is, you know, is this maybe another 1-2 or something? It's possible, but it's just not reliable. So we would need some more data for that. At the moment, the market clearly has reacted to micro support here already, but it might form another low. So I'm not convinced that it held. The only question is, you know, what is it then? It would be the first signal if we break below 94 cents. It would be the first signal that it's breaking, well, that it's morphing and that we're already in circle 4. But very open to other interpretations. It's just a mess on the micro level. It's not very clear, especially due to the possibility that it's just an AB structure here with a C wave that's currently unfolding. This kind of diagonal pattern that we've been tracking. So yeah, I can promise you, because it's an ABC structure to the upside in wave 3, it's gonna morph a lot. But let's see if the price holds 94 cents. It's not broken yet, but if it breaks, then we've got 85 cents and then this 77 cent level as next support. And then we just need to see when the market breaks above the previous high, then it will be likely 142 as a target. So I actually see everything that happens sort of here in the short term as noise, you know, until we break below 60 cents. That would really impact the larger time frame. Until then, we're looking for a microstructure that kind of makes sense, but the problem is we don't really have any deep pullbacks here that would give us some clarity. There are many interpretations that are possible here, and because it's an ABC structure, you will see lots of different interpretations. Yeah. So below 94 cents, I'm gonna watch 85 and then 77 cents. That's the update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.